Hello, Namaskar, and a very warm welcome to a curtain raiser program on TECHNICHE, which is an Techno Management Festival of IIT Guwahati. And to discuss upon, we have with us two IIT graduate students from IIT Guwahati. First, we have Radhika Goyal, Engineering Physics. Welcome. And we also have Himakar Sreerangam from Biotechnology Department. So both of you, welcome in the sets of Doordarshan. And it's a beautiful event. It's a mega event. TECHNICHE, I would like to know from you, what is it all about?
TECHNICHE is the annual Techno Management Festival of IIT Guwahati. It is a 4-day festival which is going to take place from 29th of August to 1st of September 2019 in the IIT Guwahati campus.
So what's your take on the festival, the TECHNICHE Festival 2019?
Yes. So I would like to basically add on to her. She described when the event would take place. I'll talk about a little more about the festival. So TECHNICHE has various competitions such as such as corporate, tech expo, etc. It even has events such as panel discussion, Nexus, and it has some fun-loving activities that we call Funish, and there's LAN gaming, Zorbing.
Okay.
So it majorly appeals to all students across the country.
So it is an event which is consisting of varieties of events.
Yes.
Starting from fun, education.
Yes.
Okay. So discussing about your individual roles in this TECHNICHE Annual Techno Management Festival of IIT Guwahati, what you would like to say?
My role was that of the Media Relations Executive.
Okay.
So my job was to bring in media partners for the fest and write blogs and handle social media platforms for the festival. Basically present the festival to the rest of the country.
So I must say that's a very important task. So how aptly the task has been carried till now?
I had a great team supporting me and a great mentor guiding me. So I feel that as a team we did a great job.
So regarding the publicity thing, what are the various blogs that you have written about the thing? Just tell us about it.
Okay, so back during the election season, we had a campaign called Wake Up and Vote, and in which the entire team was invested in convincing more and more people to go out and vote for the state elections as well as the general elections. So for Wake Up and Vote, our team put in a lot of efforts campaigning, and for that we wrote a lot of blogs, and there was a whole social media hype created.
So coming to you, that your individual role in this mega event.
Yes, sir. So I am the head of lecture series in Pro Nights. So my job is to basically contact speakers from all over the world and to convince them to come to IIT Guwahati to give a lecture. Apart from that, the Pro Nights are basically performances from artists, comedians, performing arts, etc. So we contact artists as well, and we ask them to come over here so that they can spread fun to the audience of IIT Guwahati.
Apart from a lot of researchers, a lot of competitions, some sort of rock and roll is also there.
Yes, we are firm believers that with education there has to be some amount of fun as well.
Exactly. So
I'd like to add to that. Lecture series is the one event which is like completely free of cost.
Yes, when we ask the speakers to come to IIT Guwahati, we don't offer them an honorarium or anything of that sort. So they come here with the intention of spreading their knowledge, talking about their stories of struggle.
So that is the real honorarium for them?
Yes, that's the real honorarium.
So yes, talking about the various events that are going to take place in this mega event called TECHNICHE, throw some light.
We've got a lot of competitions. So one is the corporate module and the other one is the robotics module, which are the two major subdivisions of the contests that we have. So I could talk a little about the robotics module.
Exactly.
The robotics module has mainly 5 competitions. The first one being Escalade. Now Escalade is a competition in which the bots are designed such that they are required to climb up precarious paths.
That's
so there's
quite
this
interesting.
Yes. So there's this whole element of working against gravity there.
Exactly.
And the bots have to be designed accordingly. Then second up we have Robotron. Again, it's robotics. It's an all India level competition which mainly targets students from 6th to 12th grades, mainly school students. So we go to various cities and conduct competitions there. There's a prelims and then there's a mains, which happens during TECHNICHE. they're provided with a problem statement in advance, and they have to design their bots accordingly.
Okay.
Then third, we have Nitro Rally. It is basically a competition of speed. You have to race with cars that you have designed yourself and you have built yourself. So that is a very exciting event for the students and the participants.
Exactly. The way you're
alike.
saying, it seems it's going to be a very interesting event. So all our audience, all our students who are watching this program would you like to give any message to them? And, if they want to participate in this competition, how they are going to participate, what are the various formalities, and where they should contact and everything?
Yes, please refer to our official webpage, that is www.techniche.org. You will find details about all of these competitions and also the registration links for all of these. So please do.
And you also have got your Facebook and Instagram pages?
Yes, we do. With the name of TECHNICHE IIT Guwahati, you can look us up, and you can also send in any queries through the pages themselves. We are very responsive.
So any kind of fees which is required or any age limit which is required?
There is no age restriction as in such, but we do welcome all students of all streams from all across the country to participate in these competitions.
The way Radhika has said, it's going to be a very interesting event. And for me, this Nitro Rally would really be very interesting. I'll personally go to IIT Guwahati and really have a a glimpse of that Nitro Rally. So, but Radhika was telling us about the corporate event.
Yes.
We have got two major. She told that one is there's robotics and the second is corporate event. So throw some light on the corporate event.
Okay, so the corporate module has a number of competitions under them, and one of the main competitions is called Mako Sale. Where you try to sell a product which is, you try to sell it to an audience of sorts, and it's not really easy to convince them to sell that particular product. And there's another competition called B-Plan, where you give an idea to a judge as to why your startup is going to be successful. So, and there's also another competition called Startup Showcase. Even though it sounds a little similar
so technology, fun, and entrepreneurship is also there.
Yes.
So again, I must say that's huge. It's a fantastic idea which is being conceived by IIT Guwahati, and I would like to congratulate IIT Guwahati as well as to both of you as well for this wonderful idea.
Thank you so
of
much.
Bringing technology and entrepreneurship and fun, and all three of them together.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why we have this symbol.
Okay.
So Assam is most famous for its 2 tea leaves.
So I would request our camera person to please focus on the badge that you're wearing, which symbolizes of 2 leaves. Please tell us
So
about that.
Assam is most famous for its tea leaves, and one tea leaf here represents technology, and the other tea leaf represents management. As TECHNICHE is the annual Techno Management Festival of IIT Guwahati, we designed this logo as our symbol.
It's a wonderful an idea for this. One leaf for technology, and the other one itself signifies the tea leaves, the tea gardens of Assam. Yes. So the various models, we were discussing about the various models which are going to take place in this mega event. Yes.
So one of the, I would say, a module which is most sought after is workshops. So workshops, we have a number of workshops, and we are the probably the only festival that offers 13 different workshops to the students community.
This time we have 14 in fact. And
that's remarkable.
Yes, they are for all sorts of aspirants. For instance, for coding and programming aspirants, we have workshops like machine learning and artificial intelligence, game development, Android app development, chatbot design, ethical hacking, and whatnot. Similarly,
so all modern things are there, ethical and hacking and robotics and artificial intelligence. So the science and technology is at its best.
Yes. We've got people who are the best at what they do, people who know what they're doing, come and mentor all these students. Similarly, for people who like to tinker with robots, we have hexapod robotics, we have sixth sense robotics, we have humanoid robotics, things like Raspberry Pi, which have endless possibilities. And among other workshops, we have a bridge building workshop, a stock market workshop, and we have Internet of Things.
All right.
So it's basically we take all the technologies that are latest and we package them into 4 days, or rather 3 days in this case, and we give an opportunity for students to learn these latest technologies within the span of 3 days with the help of experts.
Okay. So, and you at the outset of the program, you were telling that your role was to, invite the various speakers, the eminent speakers from all over the country.
Yes.
So, who are the eminent speakers that are coming to this mega event?
Oh, yes. So, first up, we have Dr. V.K. Atre. He was the former Director General of DRDO, which is the Defense Research and Development Organization of India. Second, we have Paul Aryan. He is a VFX artist and a 3-time Oscar winner for visual effects.
Great.
He's worked on movies like Deadpool 2, Avengers, etc. Third, we have Pete Michels. He's an animation director who's worked on popular TV shows such as Rick and Morty, Family Guy. And lastly, we have Dr. Murli Manohar Joshi. He's a former member of the parliament and is most famous for his stint as the Human Resources Development Minister. A lesser known fact about Murli Manohar Joshi, which actually I found out, was that he actually did his thesis on spectroscopy, and he is a former professor of physics at the Allahabad University. So that's really fascinating, and we're very happy to have him here.
Exactly. So again, coming to the various modules,
Yes.
what do you like to say?
Well, one module that is particularly looked forward to is definitely the Pro Nights.
Okay.
It is the most exciting part about TECHNICHE, and
Because again, Northeast people are the people who really love music.
Yes.
Especially people from Nagaland and Arunachal and Manipur, those people, in fact Meghalaya also. And
Yes.
Assamese people are also very fond of music.
yes.
Yes, so it's not only a memorable event for the guests of TECHNICHE, but it's also extremely memorable for
For the
us,
students,
in
yes.
the sense that when we are in the auditorium and we see all of them enjoying this, and we ourselves are enjoying it, it's a great feeling. And this year we have a mix of comedy, music, performing arts. For example, there's Silhouette Squad, which is coming up, and you can probably guess from the name, they're a theatre act, and they do it using silhouettes.
Yeah.
And next up we have As We Keep Searching. It's a rock band. Even though it's a rock band, people usually associate rock with an adrenaline rush, but these guys have a very relaxing kind of music, and it kind of like makes you feel very mellow and nice. Lastly, we have Amit Mishra. He's a Bollywood singer, and he sung popular songs like Bulaya, Galti Se Mistake, etc. And this is actually taking place on the last day of TECHNICHE, where we're also celebrating the Silver Jubilee of IIT Guwahati.
Okay, that's really great. So along with science and technology, living science and technology with full harmony, with and a fun, frolic and everything.
Yes.
So also tell us about half marathon.
Okay, so Guwahati Half Marathon, or GHM as Team TECHNICHE refers to it, it's one of the major social initiatives of TECHNICHE. To the northeast, it is the face of TECHNICHE. GHM is the face of TECHNICHE. And we've been doing it for over 10 years now. It started in 2009 when the social initiatives module of TECHNICHE decided to conduct a marathon.
Okay.
And the winners of the marathon are given prizes worth rupees 2 lakhs, a timing, a medal, a participation certificate certified by the Assam Athletics Association.
All right, that's really great. And any of the premier partners who are joining hands with IIT Guwahati to make this mega event successful?
Yes, so this year's Guwahati Half Marathon is based on Run for Clean and Safe Drinking Water.
Okay.
In that regard, we've contacted the Indian Army and UNICEF to partner with us.
All right.
So they will be helping us spread the message by running the marathon.
So two of the very prestigious organizations joining hands with IIT Guwahati to make this event successful.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, we have got a lot of events. I've got my cell phone with me, and a lot of events. Again, we have got Nexus. I would like to know from you about Nexus.
So Nexus is this brand new conference that we have come up with, and this year we are going to have keynotes. We are going to have a contest, a case study contest, and we are going to have a networking panel where students will get to directly interact with entrepreneurs and people of business class.
So a great platform for the students as well.
Yes, so actually we have some very interesting speakers for the keynotes of Nexus.
Okay.
We have Mr. Sanjay Bahadur, who is the Principal Director of Investigation at the Income Tax Department. And we have Mr. Durga Naveen Kanregula, who is the CEO of Coin Consultancy. And lastly, we have Mr. Sachin Fansikar, who is the COO of Business Standard.
So it makes very clear that Himakar has done his homework very nicely. He remembers the names of all the personalities who have been invited. And any of the events that are going to take place for the very first time in IIT Guwahati, these models?
Yeah, so Nexus is actually taking place for the very first time. We are launching it this year.
Okay.
And we've actually taken a lot of feedback from executives and entrepreneurs to conduct this Nexus event. So you can think of it as an introduction to the corporate world packaged into 3 days, but not that hectic. Apart from that, the panel discussion, it was launched last year, where the discussion was based on space sciences. It was about space colonization and do we have a future light years away. This year we're having a panel discussion based on artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And we really want to address the events that have taken place in the history of artificial intelligence that brought us here.
So we are running short of time, and let me first in a nutshell ask you that what are the expected footfall?
The expected footfall of TECHNICHE is around 30 to 40,000 people.
Okay. So when at 30,000, 40,000 is a huge number, how well IIT preparation has been done, IIT Guwahati, how well it's prepared for the entire accommodation and, coordinating the 30, 40,000 footfall.
So most of the students who are coming in will be from Guwahati itself.
Yes.
So the accommodation for them is not much of a problem. For the rest, we have a really nice guest house in place.
Okay.
For the participants and for the judges alike, we have impeccable arrangements.
And talking about the professors and the director of IIT Guwahati, how supportive they have been in this journey?
Our administration is extremely supportive. Actually, they've actually built us a new guest house from last year because to accommodate more people, and they even offer hostel rooms as an option for extra accommodation as well. Apart from that, in order to help us contact these big organizations such as UNICEF, Indian Army, they've helped us get through to them and settle everything down. So they're extremely supportive.
So this event is going to start from 29th of August. So any last date for the participating entries that you would like to inform to the audience?
For each module and for each contest, the registration dates are different, and you may find them on the website itself, the deadlines for each competition.
All right. So all the students who are watching this program, they can contact to the website, they can have a look at the website, and they can individually know about the various last dates of the various competition entries. They can also contact at info@techniche.org, and they have also got their Facebook as well as Instagram pages. So we are running short of time, and in a nutshell, what is your final event, your final conclusion on this TECHNICHE event?
TECHNICHE, we as the organizers try to make it as enthralling an experience for the participants, for the guests, and for the organizing team alike. So even as the organizers, organizing this fest has been a great experience for us, a great learning experience.
Yeah. What you would like to say?
I would like to point out the fact that we actually start organizing from October of, for 2019 we started from October of 2018. So a lot of effort goes into this, and again, as I said,
almost a year.
Almost a year. So when everything just comes together and everything just happens in TECHNICHE, all of the events are going in synchrony and every event is taking place as it should. It's a great feeling as an organizer, and for the participants, we also take their feedback from the guest house. We have a feedback form, and reading their feedbacks actually makes us not only improve, but it makes us feel better as well.
Exactly. And talking about the various students, we have got a huge number of students in the 8 sister states of Northeast, starting from Sikkim to Arunachal Pradesh. How they are going to benefit in various multiple ways. So what do you like to say?
So we have most of our competitions are not pen and paper based examinations. They are proper problem statements that are given.
Exactly.
So it requires you to apply your practical knowledge, but we don't discard the fact that some people actually need the knowledge required. So we also conduct workshops for example.
So both theory and practical knowledges are required.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, Mena, thank you so much. It was really an honor and pleasure interacting both of you. We had Radhika Goyal, Engineering Physics from IIT Guwahati, and we also had Himakar Sreerangam, Biotechnology Department. Thank you once again for being with us in the sets of Doordarshan. So viewers, that is all we had today in this Curtain Raiser program on TECHNICHE, which was an annual Techno Management Festival of IIT Guwahati, going to be held from 29th of August till 1st of September 2019. Thank you. Namaskar.